Hi everybody, Patty Chanel here, StampPatties.com, Stampin' in My Flops. Today I would like to share with you my best catch card, which is for an upcoming class that I'm doing, showcasing our Stampin' Blends. So it has not really a unique fold, but it's kind of a centered folded card. But the fish, when you cut it out, has this really cool little flap, and I'm using that flap to hold the card closed. So if you give me a second to turn the camera around, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, let's see here. So hopefully not making the... Alrighty, I'm not sure exactly what happened with my camera, but we lost footage, so I apologize, but I'm going to try to pick up where I left off and see what we can do here. So my work surface right now has a bunch of things on it, the card that I'm going to show you today, and a bunch of the Stampin' Blends. Specifically, I'm using the Coastal Cabana Light and Dark, the Pool Party Light and Dark, the light Granny Apple Green, and the dark Petal Pink. Have no fear, all of this will be on my website. I'm showcasing the Best Catch stamp set, which is from the Occasions 2019 catalog. And I always like to mix the old and the new, so using the water that's down here from the Fabulous Flamingo set, this is in our annual catalog, so I'm going to be using that as well. Okay, so I apologize because some of this I thought I was filming and I wasn't, but the card is made from the Tranquil Tide cardstock. Tranquil Tide is one of the 5 in colors that will be retiring at the end of spring before the next catalog comes out. I've been watching the inventory and it is getting low, so if you're interested in those 5 colors, Tranquil Tide, Fresh Fig, Powder Pink, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lime Twist, they're leaving us, so you're going to want to get those on order ASAP. So 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and I have scored it at 2 3/4 on this side and 2 3/4 on this side. So I thought I had already filmed, and I apologize, but the designer paper is from the annual catalog, and I apologize, I don't know the name of it, but it will be on my website. It coordinates with the sea creature, the octopus, and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, it is 2 1/2 inches wide by 4 inches, and I have adhered it to the front flap of the card. Okay, the next layer is Coastal Cabana, and that layer is 3 inches wide by, I believe, 4 inches long. And the layer after that, I'm sorry, this layer is Bermuda Bay. Sorry, this is Coastal Cabana, and it's a 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and they're going to get adhered one on top of the other. Of course, my hair is in the way. We don't want that part of the project. Okay. Nice little 1/4 inch all the way around border. Perfect. Okay. What do I got next? So I have pre-cut the inside of the card as well, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to stamp on that. So let's do that right now. I'll save these other pieces for just a moment. Hoping that's going to be big enough. Okay, let's see. Nope, probably too small. Okay, so we're going to stamp these. I am in need of my soft suede ink, which I have. So, little tip for opening these ink pads. This is the front where I have my sticker for the name of the ink pad. On the back, squeeze with both hands, and it makes the front flip open, and it's a little bit easier to open. So I've already mounted my fish basket, and that is going to go on the front bottom. Cute. And the It's Your Day. So this way you could use it for Father's Day. You could use it for a masculine birthday. Or maybe you have a gal in your life that really likes fishing. So you could use that as well. Okay. So we're going to adhere that into the center of our card using our snail. And that should give me a nice 1/4 inch border all the way around. Good. Shaping up. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, I've also pre-stamped and pre-cut the large trout and the Fisherman from Whisper White cardstock. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a little bit of blending, and I am going to be using on the water, I'm going to use the dark Pool Party in the spots where there is a little bit of shading. Okay, just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to bring in my light Pool Party to kind of just be blending, blending, blending. So you'll just see a couple of water spots that are darker than the others. Very good. I'm good with that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now for my trout. So I used the dark Coastal Cabana. Nope, Bermuda Bay. I'm sorry. Dark Bermuda Bay. And I'm using that on the areas where there are some little highlights. Just a little bit. I'm actually just kind of dotting it. If you can see that, hopefully. I'm just dotting it because I want to have just a little bit of color, not tons. Okay, so that takes care of that. Then I am going to take my, I think I'm going to use some of my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to blend that together. And I'm just going to keep going in a circular motion to try to pull those two colors together. I'm going all the way down my fish. Now, the beauty about doing this is that you don't have to be perfect with it, okay, guys? Don't have to be perfect with it. All right, let's bring in some of this Pool Party. I think I'm going to start with the Pool Party dark up here. And I'm blending some of that in. Blending it together with the green. Pulling that in. Okay, let's do some of the light Pool Party. Keep blending, I keep swirling and keep blending it all in. And that's how we get all those different looking colors. All right. Perfect. I hope you like coloring as much as I do. I love it. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some of this petal pink here. Nice. And I'm blending that all the way in too. Can you see how I'm kind of going over everything just to kind of get some of that color in? I'm pretty happy with him just the way he is. Now, the beautiful thing when you cut this fish out, it not only cuts it out, but it also makes his fin flop up a little bit, which is actually kind of cool because I'm using that to keep my card closed. The last thing that I need to do is I need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I apologize because I thought I had it, but it needs to be 2.5 by 3.5. And let's see here. Okay, so my cutter, all right, 2.5, 2.5. Oops. All right, 2.5, 3.5. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do with this piece is we're going to do our water. So our water is coming from the Fabulous Flamingo set. I'm going to do one little swath of the Tranquil Tide, which is kind of dark, but I'm going to do one swath of that. Perfect. I am going to clean that off, and now I'm going to pull in the Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to do a couple of different. Perfect. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I'm going to take some Balmy Blue, which also I'm going to use for my sky. These pads can be difficult to open, and I'm going to use one of our sponges. And I'm just going to sponge a little bit of color for the sky. I want it to look as realistic as possible. Okay, so I am ready to put that piece onto my other two layers. So we're going to snail that Awesome. Okay. And I have cut from Garden Green the, I don't want to say seaweed, but like the marshy stuff with the cat o' nine tails. And I am going to put that onto the front of my card here with a little bit of my snail adhesive. And I want that to go all the way down to that bottom layer, this bottom layer here. Okay, so I think that I'm getting ready now to put this all together. My fisherman is going to have some dimensionals. Now we have large dimensionals and small dimensionals. So I'm going to put one large one in the space where I can without it hanging over. And then I'm going to put a small one up here on his head. And I think I'm going to put a small one here because where the fishing pole, where the line meets, because it's going to go into the white area. We're going to peel those off. And we're going to stick him here in the water, fishing away. All right, I'm happy with him. So now we're going to get our placement like just right. So our fish is going to be mounted onto the right-hand side of the project. And remember, I'm using this fin to kind of close it. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my fish, being careful not to get the dimensional by the fin. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to need this fin to secure my card. So I'm going to do this. Secure my fish first. Perfect. And now I can put two dimensionals on the left side of my focal point. We're almost done, everyone. Perfect. Sorry, taking me a little bit longer than usual. Okay, so I, again, want to use that fin as my guide and then let my dimensionals stick on the left-hand flap. And voila, there it is, your very own Best Catch card showcasing blends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you use the right-hand corner of the screen and click on subscribe to my channel. Share my video with everyone and do come back often. I love having you. Happy stamping!